Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so today we are talking about um, American Manhunt, O.J. Simpson on Netflix. It was just released. We slammed it naturally because that's what we gotta do. And
Yeah.
I just want to say that Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson, the victims in this case, were mm, they got they got gypped big time.
They, yes, they were forgotten. I feel like.
They were
I mean,
forgotten.
I even forgot. Like mid documentary, I forgot why we were there. Like you're so wrapped up in OJ Simpson
Yeah.
and honestly his lies and then all the racial back and forth and like
Yeah,
I got
they
wrapped up in
focus
like just the whole thing outside of
the murder.
the murders. Yeah.
And when this happened, I was, you know, 8 years old and you were just born. Um, I did not know that Nicole Brown Simpson was brutally murdered. I did not know that she was almost
Yeah.
decapitated. I
I
did
mean,
not
obviously,
know all
like
of
a
that.
stabbing, homicides, and things obviously are going to be brutal. But I had
Right.
no clue she was essentially like almost
Decapitated.
decapitated.
Yes. Yeah, I had
I
no idea.
I had no clue, and that in itself is a,
Gruesome. Yeah.
that's I
Yeah.
mean, impersonal. Like,
Yes.
Dad's not home yet. You go.
It's it's absolutely crazy. I just it Poor Ron Goldman, he was like literally in the wrong place at the wrong time, just being a friend.
Yeah, and that's
And
really hard to. I mean, and he fought. I
yeah,
mean, he had wounds on his hands where he had grabbed the blade of the knife. Like, that is just, I don't know. I feel like I always like can picture the scene, however I'm reading
hearing
or
it, yeah,
listening to.
yeah.
Yeah. And it
I did
just
not
like
see it like
makes you
that.
so sad. Like,
Yeah,
ugh.
so
Like
sad.
I believe, I could be wrong. I believe they said he had like walked up on Nicole.
Mhm.
She was still alive at the time, and he had like was
Cradling her head,
cradling her head, and then he
he
was
got
attacked. And like,
from behind.
ugh.
Yeah,
And what a sick fucking coward also to just like what what did they say? That shocked me too. It is a hot dog. They shocked me when they said that he was like just hiding in the freaking bushes.
mhm. I
Did I
didn't know
make
that
that up? They
either.
said that, didn't
No,
they?
yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
I didn't know that
so
either.
then what was he waiting for? Did he already know that Ron was there and he was waiting for him? Or was he like hanging out to watch the crime scene be
I know.
investigated? You know, like what the f I don't know.
No,
It's
he planned a lot, and when his house guest Cato wanted to go for food that night with him, he said, "I knew he didn't really want me to go." Of how he said, "Sure,"
yeah, yeah. But it would have
and then
looked weird had he
said
said
no.
no.
Right,
But
and
the
then
fact that he even asked, like, didn't he say he asked because
yeah,
he felt that OJ was being off
yeah,
in the first place? So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. He
Then they had
clearly was
that uncomfortable
abusive.
silence. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
totally. She called the cops 8 times, like
right. She had
eight
picture
times.
evidence, a lot of pictures.
Yes, she's already done
Uh,
this 8 times. And so when she answered the
well, eight
door with a
times
knife,
that has been
documented.
recorded. Yeah, like
Yes, yes,
imagine what goes on behind, you know.
yeah.
Oh,
And like just degrading her while she's pregnant with his child. And
yeah. Ooh,
it,
ooh, I forgot about the part. Didn't at one point it was said that he had grabbed Nicole's crotch area. My child's here. Um, and yeah, no. Yeah, we don't do that.
It's a no-no square.
And had said that that's mine and that's for babies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that in itself would make me so biased that I don't care if you did it or not. I would want you to go to jail. Like, because like shit like that makes me
Well,
so angry.
I know, but geez, Brittany, you can't.
Obviously, that's not literal. Well, I mean,
It might be. We're not
it
sure
might
with
be.
her. It might be. I don't know. I think you would be like he's a piece of shit, but he definitely did it
But
on the
that on
jury,
top of the
everything else, the
picture
ick
abuse
factor.
or the
Yes.
picture evidence and picture abuse. Um,
I mean,
yeah, all of those things are not circumstantial. Those are pretty hard, in
yeah,
my
but
opinion. That's hard evidence that she was at least abused
oh, totally.
and the
But the
dress
crazy
thing.
part is he has other children with another ex-wife, and that never happened to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I also forgot about the ex-wife on the was it on the radio
On the
saying
phone.
run, like run, and I'm like, girl, and I get it because at the time it was like turned into it
Yes.
was the racial back and forth at that time. But
Yes.
are you kidding me, girl? Like
Right.
I
I mean,
which
she doesn't,
also
she
though
doesn't,
I could see being so angry she's freaking blinded
yeah,
like
she's
his
like, what's
attorney did
happening?
say like he left his black wife for a white woman and black women were not happy about that.
No.
And so I guess I could maybe see her being so freaking blinded with
Right.
all of
So
it, you know.
for those who have not seen this documentary, it was right behind the trials of the Rodney King um, beat up when the police brutality, the four cops
Yeah.
were
A year
being,
later, right?
yeah,
So we
or
said.
earlier. It was just at the beginning of it. So
Right.
Rodney King was pulled over because he was driving erratically while under the influence. And while he was down on the ground, on his knees, police officers were beating him with a baton.
Four.
Four, four police officers were beating him with a baton. And on top of that, they have video evidence of this. And then the two cops got in trouble, and then two cops got out of it. The two, when that happened, that's when the riots happened in LA because they were fucking pissed, as they should be, because they have
Yeah,
video evidence.
shh,
Absolutely.
I 100%
Absolutely.
understand the riots at that point because
Absolutely.
what do you mean
There was
that they're innocent?
video evidence.
Yeah.
We watched him be laying on the ground being beat up. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
They all four of them should have being a police
Attempted
officer. And
murder.
yes, like
Like,
you are held to a higher standard when you are part of our government, I feel. And when you are beating the crap out of somebody that's down and resisting, not resisting, sorry, fuck you, go to jail for life.
yes.
Absolutely. All of you.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I just don't care. There's
And it's honestly, even if someone's arresting, I feel like you have him under control long before you're beating him with the baton over and over and
right,
over again.
right.
Like, chill, you know?
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, no.
And so that happened, and then the trials happened for that, and then this happened with OJ and Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman.
Old
Sorry, my
men.
bad. Yes, my bad. Um, and so that piggybacked on the Rodney King thing, and everyone forgot.
Absolutely. And I mean,
Yeah, everyone forgot who the victims were. The victims were an ex-wife and a waiter.
Right. Yeah.
That's
I
it.
while I
And
do see and understand, and obviously I don't understand to the extent of others, but I understand those riots. I understand being angry and I understand being blinded and literally just seeing a black man being accused of murdering two white people.
totally, absolutely. How could you
But it
not?
does make me so sad for those families. Like, I can't imagine the rage that I
Yeah.
would feel
OJ Simpson should
knowing that,
not,
like,
yeah.
he's off the hook because of a different matter, not because of
Oh,
the
they threw fucking everything at the jury. They threw
right.
everything. The lead detective is a racist and he's planting evidence. Okay, that could happen. Obviously, they did not have a fucking good police department at that
Yeah, the
time.
police department, oh my God. Like, what?
Like
No.
obviously, the
Right.
training was not there. It was too many fucking opinions. Bottom line is you're here to protect and serve the community. That's who pays you.
Yeah.
Everybody is in your community. So get the
Yeah.
fuck over it.
Right.
Move on.
Yeah.
But the problem is they the defense literally, if the glove does not fit, you must acquit. Well, did we all know that OJ Simpson had bad arthritis and was taking medicines to keep his hands nice and delicate? No, I did
Well,
not know
and
that.
had gloves underneath.
Yeah, and had to wear latex gloves, which the judge said because of the,
I mean, I
everything.
understand
Yeah, it
needing,
was literally drenched in blood, which
right.
we get, but then you shouldn't have fucking worn the glove. No, it's not going to work.
Right. Yeah.
And you have to take your arthritis medicine to keep your. I didn't know that. Do you think the juries got privy to that as well? Absolutely not. They did
No.
not know that he was on arthritis medicine.
Yeah, I don't really get how it was even. I mean, you can tell he's acting as well.
The
Like,
one thing
pull
that
the
he
fucking
got,
glove on, dude. What?
yes, and the one thing that they had, which I know from the case before this, was if the gloves did not
What,
fit, you
please?
must acquit. Well, the glove didn't fit. The guy was faking, and he duped everybody. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Keshi, mommy's doing something real quick, and then we can go play. He wants outside the gate. He doesn't like being contained. We
Who
have
would
a
have thought?
whole yard.
Yeah, who would have thought?
We will play later. You can play right now. Go jump.
But yeah, that really makes me mad that OJ Simpson got to raise his children with Nicole Brown Simpson, and he got to get away with it because the defense
He
did
got
their
to make
damn job.
money
Yeah,
off of murdering two
but you know
people.
what? The defense did their job, and they were supposed to poke holes in the prosecution.
Yeah.
They poked those holes big time.
They did poke holes.
They
I will
did
give
poke
that
holes.
for
Yeah,
sure.
ethically, it's
Tashi.
bullshit, and the the prosecution should have known that some of these things were happening. They should at least have known that he was on arthritis medicine
Right. Tashi, we will go for a ride later,
because that
okay?
should have been said. Definitely. Like, that's a huge thing right there.
Yeah.
I have a friend who has, I mean, she has really bad arthritis. And I mean, if she doesn't take, she can't move her fingers if she doesn't take her stuff. And if she has a flare up, I mean, it's crazy what her hands look like.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he had that. And I know the jury didn't know that either. And
No.
obviously the prosecution did not know as well, or it wasn't as prevalent in their brains as it is
Tash.
now.
Right.
But what was the thing that OJ Simpson admitted to his friend?
Oh, he had said, the friend had said, oh my gosh, my kid and dog are driving me nuts. Um, he had told him, he asked him what happened that night, and he had said if Nicole didn't come to the door, if she didn't answer the door with a knife that night, she would be alive today. If that's not admitting you murdered her, I don't know what is. But also, I remember to instinctively or distinctively the attorney saying, like, someone to be this way, to present himself in this way and not care at all and like yada yada, whatever he had said, would be a sociopath. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. Like you're focused on this racial war, and which I again have empathy for and I do get it,
Absolutely.
but you're fighting that instead of realizing that you are dealing with a sociopathic narcissist who abused his wife, had evidence of that, who later admitted it in a roundabout way. Uh, I mean,
No,
who did you think you were dealing with, sir? Like, just because he was a football player does
yeah,
not mean he can't be a
it's
sociopath as
an
well.
all-American football player as
Right,
well. Yeah,
right. Well,
it's
we do know something about all-American NFL football players is lots
and
of them abuse their
yeah,
wives. Okay.
yeah, they do.
Some
They
of them
do.
murder their wives. Some of them murder other
Or
people.
yeah,
A
or
lot of
they
them have
murder
head
the
injuries and brain injuries.
yeah, yeah. They murder their baby mama's fiance's sister's man,
Yeah.
Aaron
Oh,
Hernandez.
oh my
I
gosh.
mean, it's just like this whole thing, like it, celebrity, race, all of it. It just played in
Well, and the celebrity in
perfectly.
itself, it would not have gotten that big had it not been a celebrity. They think the world thinks that if a celebrity is involved, it's free entertainment. It's just media. And it's like, no, like there were two people that were murdered, and that
Yeah,
man did it. Like,
and just and also you brought up the media again, and that just pisses me off because I feel like they should have to have some sort of standard
there really
when
should need to be, honestly,
right,
I really think that there should be zero media on investigations that are not
right.
finished. Like the trial is going on, juries hear and see things. It's like,
There
I don't know
shouldn't
how
be,
any of it can be fair.
but at the same time, there has to be because it has to be prevalent in everybody's mind, or you're forgotten about, and you can't be forgotten about.
Well, absolutely. I think there's a difference though between like journalism,
Yes,
updating facts, updating what's going on in the case
and
from what the
spewing
police are
nonsense.
doing. Like you're
Yes,
kind of just regurgitating in a different way.
yeah,
Whereas media is putting their own twist on it. They're putting clickbait in the titles so that,
and opinions.
and you remember the clickbaited title more than the article. A lot of people don't
Right?
even read the fucking articles.
Yeah,
And they
he
just read
did
the
it.
clickbaited thing that is
Hmm.
not true at all.
Yeah.
Like, and you would know that if you read the article, but
Hmm.
that's not the goal. The goal is
Dropping evidence.
literally,
Uh, what was the other one? Oh
oh
my gosh,
gosh.
what I can't even remember what it was,
I was
but it
like,
was
I
about
couldn't
that.
tell
It
you.
was about the detective, and
The racist one.
yeah, I mean, just pathetic.
It
All of
all around it was pathetic
yeah, but you
and
know
sad.
what? You know what? Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, they're the people that died, and Nicole
Yeah.
Brown Simpson's children and her family and his family, they're the ones that are suffering, and that's not fucking fair.
I do feel really bad for the
Families,
children.
absolutely. The
Like,
child,
what a hard,
she should have raised her children, you know,
yes. Yes, she should have raised
and
those
because he was
children.
acquitted and he got out of it, he got to raise those children. And then guess what happened?
And did he raise
And
them? I don't believe for a second that man didn't just hire other people to raise them. He didn't care about those kids.
no, he wanted control.
He murdered the mother. He did not care about those kids at all. He murdered
They
their
were
mother
they were
with
inside
them
the
in the
house.
house.
They were inside the fucking
Yeah.
house.
Talk about trauma. Like, what would you have done? Because he's, outside in the fucking bushes, like, whatever. What would he have done had his children walked outside and witnessed their
Right.
mother?
And every time that they've ever called the cops when he's screaming in the background, where are the kids? They're in the house. They're in the fucking house.
Right.
They heard all of it when he kicked down the door. All of the shit that happened that they had documented evidence about,
Which,
recorded evidence about, and
yeah, they were
he
immune
just
to
did it
the
again.
abuse.
He did it
They were
again and
immune
did
to
it
the
again.
chaos. They were
That's
immune to it all, which is sad.
so sad. Those poor
Ugh,
kids and those poor
yeah.
victims and
But
those
I
poor
will say,
families.
with OJ, at least he did get a little bit of time.
For the
It's not
wrong
just, in
reason.
my
Yeah,
opinion, huh?
not for the wrong reason. He got
For the
kidnapping
wrong reasons.
and armed robbery. Like
Yeah. And
obviously
only
he's
served
a
9 years. What did they say? They said they thought that that was like white people's revenge. And I was like,
no.
and I don't believe it was like a white versus black on that.
Well, we can't because we are white,
But OJ
unfortunately.
did need some fucking revenge. You know what I mean? Like white or black, he needed to go to
Yeah.
jail for anything. Like sit in there and rot. The fact he only spent actually 9 years is sad.
I mean, he's dead
Um,
now and he died from prostate cancer, so
well, hopefully it was painful.
probably was. But
Well, he had a lot of money though, so I'm sure he had the best of the best pain meds and doctors,
just it's
sadly.
so
But
crazy. Like I'm literally in like
that's the
all the
universe
evidence,
giving him his
all
karma
yeah.
back.
Oh, probably. Totally.
Like the universe is like, oh, the human race couldn't correct you. I'm gonna fucking correct you.
Cancer.
Literally.
Um, cancer's terrible, by the way. I don't condone
We're
that.
not giggling about cancer.
No.
I giggle
Um,
when I'm in
frustrated.
all emotions.
Yes.
I don't know.
Um, I I'm in awe of the stuff that I learned from this documentary. Like it's just they had all the evidence. It was literally an ironclad book shut.
Well, we've already said it. It wasn't it the victims and the murders were forgotten. It
They
became
were,
something completely different.
but it
And
wasn't.
that is
And
why
that's what the
he was not
yeah,
convicted, in
and
my
that's
opinion.
what the jurors went on. I firmly believe that they went on all the bullshit that they weren't supposed to remember. They
Right.
remembered and they
Right.
forgot the people who died.
Right.
I mean, brutally murdered,
Yeah.
decapitated. The person he said, till the till death do us part, he tried ripping her head off.
Anytime I heard him say that he loved her, it made my
No,
fucking skin
he
crawl.
wanted to own her.
I literally, if I was her, all I can hope is that, in the afterlife we can in fact haunt people if we choose. And I hope that she haunted his ass until the day he died. I hope that she was his undoing of fucking
Life,
robbing someone. Um, I hope that she, well, her and Ron definitely put the
I
karmic,
guess,
karmic, the karmic cycle. They really pushed
his
the,
prostate
I
cancer.
don't fucking know. Yes.
Brittany,
Oh, that is 100% karma. Are you kidding me? I don't care.
out there just making a brew.
That's all I can hope for. Like her and Ron are just up there giggling and laughing and being like, he's
You're
suffering
so
with
funny.
prostate cancer now. Like they're just up there brewing. Whatever.
Poor people. I
I
feel,
feel
I feel,
bad for
I
them
feel bad for them. I feel
and their
so bad. And
families that have to live
like,
with
but
it.
then they ended up suing them and sued for wrongful death, and then they won. So that's the crazier part.
But they didn't get money.
Oh, he didn't have any money.
They didn't get money, they didn't get anything like that. And it's like it was noted that OJ said that they wouldn't get any money, which immediately irked my stomach. Like I was
Yeah.
pissed for them. Because
Yeah.
it's not even about the money. It's just,
No.
fuck you, dude. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
But they won. And that's the crazier part. You didn't commit, you got away with murder, but then
They
wrongful death.
literally put a band-aid on a fucking
Mhm.
decapitated leg or a
Mhm.
severed leg. Like,
Basically.
what
Yep.
that that was almost like I'm so sorry. We understand he should have been convicted. Here's
Right.
here's our apology, which equaled out to nothing, except maybe a little bit of annoyance in OJ's life, which you'll take what you can get, but
But once he
not
got
enough.
that, but once he got that, he knew that everyone knew he did it.
Yeah.
He knew
Yeah.
that. And he was just walking around, fucking arrogance.
Yep.
So sad.
He was making money off of it,
Of
which
course he
also makes
was.
me fucking sick.
Yeah.
Ugh. Just
More,
anger all around, in my opinion.
yeah, where's everyone's morals? Ugh. But I did do a deep dive into the Rodney King thing, and he did end up winning. He sued them, and he did end up winning like $3.8 million.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Good for him. Not money's not worth almost losing your life,
No,
getting
no, he
beat to
got
death
fucking
like by four
attacked.
police.
Fuck them.
Horrible.
Horrible. He got
The least they could have done was to give that man millions, but also they should have convicted all four cops,
hands
you
down.
know,
Fuck
for
them.
attempted murder,
And off,
like attempted manslaughter, anything, like
yeah.
something,
Well,
not paid leave and
two did get attempted something. I can look it up actually. Um
do we know why like did they give
I
reasoning what those two
I
did differently than
that were the two that were like actually seen beating them.
oh, okay.
But don't hold me to that because I don't actually know.
I think
Um
that it doesn't matter either way. It's
it
like
doesn't.
even
It doesn't matter.
if you were a cop and you were standing there witnessing it and you're not actively doing something about it, even if you didn't hit him once, buddy, you're involved.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
Kuhn and Powell were federally charged and they were found guilty. Bronzino and Wind or Wind, I'm not sure, not guilty. Um, and then let's see. Okay, so Bronzino and Powell and Wind willfully and intentionally using unreasonable force. Kuhn willfully permitted and failing not to take action to stop unlawful assault.
so only one was charged with
No, Kuhn and
not.
Powell spent 2.5 years in federal prison.
Yeah, but the one was charged with standing around and not doing anything about it, but the other
Mhm.
two were not.
Well, I think because of his position, I think he was the higher lieutenant or the higher
Okay, okay.
person. Um,
I'm saying okay, but
I
still
don't
doesn't make
actually,
sense.
yeah, I don't actually know. Um,
Like it makes sense that they used that excuse.
totally.
It just in my head is like that doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. And I mean, this is all from a Wikipedia page because I don't actually know what's happening. Um, but fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck them. That's not
absolutely.
appropriate. I'm
Terrible.
sickened for that. And that is just so disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really is.
it really is. I fucking hate that shit. No
Yeah,
one, no one
because
should have to feel that. you know?
No. And I I struggle, I feel like because I have so much empathy towards it or about it and so much anger about it because it's like it's sickening. It made me sick to my stomach watching the video. I stopped watching the video. And then but it's also like I have the privilege to not fully understand
Yes.
that, you know? I've
And
never
that's
been
super
pulled
sad.
over and been like actually scared. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I've
No,
never
never.
been scared of a police officer. Did I know that they were like some of them are assholes or not great people?
Totally.
Absolutely. And I can see that in certain
Yeah,
police that I've interacted with.
absolutely. Yeah.
But I've never
You've never been in the spot where
been
Rodney King
afraid.
has. Yeah.
Right.
Or any of the Black community has ever been in. No,
Right.
me neither. I've never dealt with that. And I'm truly, truly, truly sorry that people have to deal deal
Yeah.
with that. That's like disgusting. It's
Yeah.
literally
You shouldn't have to
disgusting.
worry about your life going like speeding to work because you're late in
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So sad. But once again, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were the victims, and now their families are the victims. And
Yeah, what's sad
so
about murder
disgusting.
is it affects so many different people and so many different families because like everyone in that documentary was affected in some sort of way. And then you have to think all of their families were affected also.
Yeah.
It like one
The chain
murder,
reaction.
much less
Yep.
two murders, like how many people's lives were ruined all around? Just
All of
like
them were ruined.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Ugh,
It's really sad.
does make you grateful for what you got going on in your own life, but
It's there.
ugh,
But let's talk about Charles Manson next.
yes. Bye.
Okay. Until next time.